there, YouTube. We're back again today for more of our Gencon Bonanza Explosion blog coverage. We are live at Gencon 2017, thanks in part to all of our amazing Kickstarter backers. Love each and every one of you. But we also have some amazing sponsors. We got Tasty Minstrel Games, who sponsors us year-round. We have Bleem Games, who's coming out with Dark Mages versus 1.5 later this year. And we have Medieval Lords, who has Black Souls, coming to Kickstarter next month. So be sure to check down in the comments below and check them out, give them some love. But right now, I am chomping at the bits. I'm very excited. One of my favorite games of all time is Fallout. I love Fallout 4, Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, and right now we are at the Fantasy Flight Games booth with Elena, and we're about to learn about the Fallout game. So hey Elena, what is Fallout?
Fallout, this one is kind of an all-encompassing game. It tries to really cover a lot of the elements of what you love to do when you're in the wasteland. So I too am a huge Fallout fan. So getting my hands on this game was very, very exciting. You start as one of the 5 sort of wasteland characters. You have your Vault Dweller, your Ghoul, your Brotherhood Outcast, a Super Mutant, and you can also play as a Wastelander. And you, as that survivor, have sort of a player board that allows you to build a character like you would in the video game. You have your special skills, you have a lot of equipment, so a vault suit, you can pick up dog meat as a companion. It really covers a lot of what everyone loves about Fallout, so I think it is a really wonderful experience for Fallout fans to be able to bring that experience they know and love on their own to the tabletop with just a few hours and a lot of friends. So it kind of brings this multiplayer experience that you haven't been able to have in the Fallout universe before.
And so there's asymmetrical characters, correct? Because you're playing as the Ghoul and the...
Yes, each of the characters has slightly different abilities at the very beginning of the game. They start with a different base skill or, of the special skills. And they may start with either a special tweak to their character. So for example, the Ghoul can only have max 12 health, which challenges them a little, but gaining radiation replenishes their health rather than, bringing them closer and closer to death. But other characters like the Vault Dweller starts with a vault suit. So you have these different things that change how your game begins, but then you can shape who your character is from there.
Now, you're going to be going on a quest, I'm assuming. Are you able to do them in different manners, like sneak, attack, all that sort of thing, like in the games?
There are 5 different actions, 6 different actions you can take in the game. Lost my numbers there. And they kind of allow you to take slightly different approaches, but we also have these cards which start every single quest in the game. So at the very beginning of your scenario, you're going to sit with one of those cards, and it's going to give you different options of how to attack the card, how to respond. And sometimes those will be forced, depending on your character's status. If you are a super mutant, you may sometimes be forced to do something because, say, the Brotherhood of Steel doesn't like you very much, so you don't have the opportunity to interface with them. Or if there's a dog meat encounter, whereas if you're idolized, you are very, very lucky. I'll just say that. Being idolized is usually a good thing. Unless you're working with raiders, you may run out of luck.
So how do you win the game?
So you have little things called influence cards, and those allow you to do one of a couple things. A lot of them will align you with the factions of the game. Every game has 2 factions, every scenario has 2 factions that you are sort of looking to further their goals, further their purposes. So in the Commonwealth, for example, it is the Railroad versus the Institute. So you can ally yourself and gain a lot of points depending on the power and strength of those factions. Additionally, in the influence deck are some more specific, limited things. There's going to be, if you have a certain number of caps, you can get points. Or if you have a certain number of drugs in your inventory, you can get points. Things like that. So there is a point limit that you want to hit, but there are a lot of different ways to get there. And that sort of lays out this whole world. You can either follow the main quest, or you can go off and do your own thing, like you would in Fallout.
And what's the player count going to be on this?
1 to 4, so you can play by yourself.
Very nice. And any idea when this will be coming out?
We're hoping by the end of the year.
Really? Okay.
That's the goal.
And one more question, a little bit off the beaten path. So, did they reach out to you? Did you reach out to them? And do you have licenses for 4 or for 3, or is it just the Fallout universe in general? How does that work?
So we've had a great relationship with Bethesda for, I want to say, a decade or so now. We made the Doom board game back I think in 2003 was maybe the first one. It was a while ago. And then we remade the Doom board game last year, and that came out just in time for the holidays last year. So for me, knowing that we had those licenses, it was sort of like just sort of waiting for us to jump on this. So I'm very excited that we did. But has always been a very great collaboration with Bethesda. They are great to work with. They're really wonderful licensors, and I believe it is the full Fallout universe that we're working with here. But 3 and 4 are certainly, front of mind for a lot of people since they've come out in the last 10 years. And Fallout 4 had such hype over the last couple of years, so we were really excited to attack those wastelands and sort of bring people home.
Very, very cool. So that is Fallout coming from Fantasy Flight Games later this year. If it looks like it might be your cup of tea, be sure to check that one out. If you're enjoying this Gen Con coverage, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below. And in the comments below, let me know, how do you Fallout? What's your strategy in Fallout?
In the video game or the board game?
Video game.
In the video game, I'm very stealthy. I'm a stealth charisma character. Like, if I can talk my way out of anything, I will. I love watching Let's Plays on YouTube where you like the no-kill runs and stuff, which are almost impossible, and I'm horrible at it. I can't hide from a super mutant to save my life, but yeah, I very much enjoy being able to schmooze someone to do what I want them to do.
Yes, I am a high charisma character, and I'm a high stealth character for about 6 minutes until I start bashing people's heads and stealing things. But yeah, let me know in the comments below, how do you Fallout? And as always, thanks for your time, YouTube.